got you. I will be back here, and I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front, Dre Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers. And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
Feels great, baby.
Well, you gold-blooded fucking asshole twatlickers. There's something fucking brewing in the Bay, baby. And I got a strong opinion on it. I know people will say, the injuries are stacking up. People are going to say this. People are going to say that. People are going to say the Chiefs are better. The Ravens are better. Fuck, people are probably saying the Packers are better. But I'm going to tell you why the 49ers are better. This is the motherfucking Gold-Blooded Podcast. I am big motherfucking Papa Pump Daddy Joey I. I am joined by my longtime best friend, a guy who has guided me in times of darkness. His name's Rob. He's real nice.
People are going to say the injuries are piling up. People like Joe last week.
Well, are they not piling up?
I know, but you just said it now like you were opposite.
Oh, well.
People are going to say the injuries are piling up.
People are going to say
but not
this,
me.
and they are right. They are right. Like,
All right. And we're also joined by Michael Curran. He's a nice guy, too.
The good news is I got a shorter list of injuries and updates this week, if that helps you. That makes you feel any better?
Well, it doesn't. But I guess... Oh, Jesus. Oh, yes. Well, I guess we can get right into that. It seems to be... So I spoke to my father, who knows nothing about the 49ers, or barely the NFL at this point. I mean, he's nearly senile. And he was like... Oh, man, the 49ers got a lot of injuries, huh? I was like, what national media story did you see? He goes, I read something. Okay. So it must have been on Yahoo or something. So, let me know. Let me hear about it, Bob.
I can't remember if we had this full update when we recorded last week, but the Greenlaw officially was placed on IR and will definitely miss time with the groin, the surgery to fix it. Mm-hmm. I think when we spoke last, he was in between on that.
Correct.
Maybe.
It didn't say he was gone. We didn't know it was IR.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Before the game, we claimed running back Trenton Cannon off of waivers from the Baltimore Ravens, not realizing at the time just how important that might be.
Yeah, right?
During the game, Let's see. Emmanuel Mosley did not play. We're hoping he'll be back this week against Green Bay.
Okay. Can I stop you right there? I'm sorry. The week prior, we signed that backup running back from the Lions.
Yes.
He had a funny, a name.
Yep.
He's on our practice squad, correct?
Correct.
Do we expect to see him get bumped up? Or what?
He might.
Yeah?
He might. This guy, when we claimed Trenton Cannon,
Yeah.
the point was special teams.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw, but he was taking kickoffs.
Okay, yeah.
Right from the
I
start.
read that. Yeah.
He was active on the roster to take kickoffs, not to be a running back.
Gotcha.
And then we needed him at running back.
Wow. And did he get touches at running back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Mosley did not play. We're hoping he's back this week against Green Bay. Javon Kinlaw did play. It was optimistic sounding after the game, but I haven't heard an update contrary yet. So hopefully he's doing well. His knees, they're still playing. They're still messing with his knee. It's still going to be a day-to-day thing, but I haven't heard anything negative yet.
Okay.
Something interesting. Aaron Banks and Ambry Thomas both were healthy scratches this week.
Oh, yeah.
What's interesting about that is that's our second and third round picks. Meanwhile, our 6th round cornerback is starting and playing well.
Right, yeah.
Which I don't care. I've said it 1,000 times. If you have a draft class that includes, George Kittle at 5 and your number 2 is a bust, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I really don't.
If you get one player
I'm looking at it as a
that,
group.
Yeah.
If you end up with one George Kittle, one Fred Warner, one Nick Bosa each draft,
right,
you're in the right direction.
Right, because you're saying if any given draft, if you pick a player that's going to be the best at their position in the league in any round, then that year's draft is a success, and I would concur.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Josh Norman did get the start at cornerback. Played pretty decent, I thought. We'll get into that, I'm sure, when we get into the defense. Kevin Givens had an ankle and did not return. He's going to miss time. He's not going to play this week.
Okay.
Jermichael Hasty had a high ankle sprain. He's also going to miss time. He will not play against Green Bay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He left during the game. He did not return. Trey Sermon played one down and had 2. First of all, he was concussed both time. Both guys concussed him on that play. One guy punched him in the head, kind of. Not like punched him, but his arm hit him in the head, and then the other guy led with his helmet. How he's not ejected, first of all, is ridiculous. Second of all, the guy
that's
plays
as illegal as it gets.
and he's fucked.
Yeah.
He played one down. And they were dirty more than that, but we'll
I
get into
agree.
that.
See, watch that Eric Armstead play. That was a dirty play.
So he's in the concussion protocol, but there's a chance he could get cleared to play since we're playing Sunday night. It gives you a couple more hours.
Yep.
There's a possibility we see him.
So back to him. Let's talk about that. Since we're talking about that, I watched the game with my friend Mo, and I said to Mo, that's an injury like that, or that type of the way that play went down. I've seen things of that nature where the guy on the receiving end of that is never right again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that
that's
could be
not
a career. Yeah.
That's a career ender. It could be.
Absolutely.
It could be a neck issue. Or it could straight up just be a headache.
Yeah.
There was a running back a few years ago it happened
Absolutely.
to. So that's fucked up. That guy should have been injected. Was he fined?
I don't know.
He
That doesn't usually come out till later in the week.
Okay. He fucking should be.
Elijah Mitchell left the game with a shoulder, but he did return to the game when we got real thin at corner.
Yes, I
at
saw
our running
that.
back.
Yeah.
He was out until we lost Hasty, and then Sermon, and then Cannon was in at running back, and
Right.
that's when he went back in.
I saw him
which
on-
it's good. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that he's like, all right, you need me. My shoulder will get better. I'll deal with it.
Right.
I like
He
that
was-
about him.
Did you see him on the bench? He didn't look hurt. He just looked aggravated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the running game was not rolling. We'll talk about that, I'm sure.
We will.
Josh Norman did have an ankle in the game. He is day to day. Nothing doesn't sound like anything major. And Kyle Juszczyk and Deebo Samuel both had cramping issues late in the game. Nothing.
Yeah.
I only put that in there in case somebody listening saw them
Down.
getting medical
Yeah.
attention and was worried about it. It was just cramping for both of them.
Okay.
They're both full go. That's all I have for updates, injuries. all that
Okay.
Was
fun
Hurt
stuff.
a healthy scratch?
I didn't see her. No,
I
he's
don't
on
remember.
IR. He's on IR.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, still okay. And how long does he have on there?
I forget what the minimum is. The minimum is 4 or 5 or
6.
something like that. We have to look it up.
IR?
Is it 6?
6 or 8. Yeah.
I thought they lessened it though with.
Maybe COVID. Maybe.
Yeah, I thought they changed that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who are completely unaware, the 49ers won the football game against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, 17-11. For the predictions, baby takes it. I mean, that's got to burn your balls a little bit, Rob, right?
No,
No?
I like that.
You like that baby
Yeah.
and I are the only two?
I like that.
We got
Yeah.
it? All right. Yeah.
I'd rather her than you because it keeps you both catchable.
Okay, well,
You know?
yeah. I said,
You know,
well,
I don't want to be 2 games out.
well, she's up on the listeners, so she's up for the listeners.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I
so,
put it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I put
yeah,
listener.
listeners, a baby. I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Well, regardless, I during the game, towards the end of the game, I went back and I listened to when we all made the scores, and I turned to her. I was like, "Bitch, you're gonna win this." And she's like, "What do I win?" I'm like, "Nothing. I mean, fuck out of here. You win nothing."
Whole lot of fucking
Yeah,
nada.
nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. So for those of you that didn't get to see the game, what a weird and wild game it was. Before we break the game down, let's just ask, Bob, you watched it live?
Yes.
You at home?
Yes.
Children around?
Yes.
Because it was
On and off.
It was the type of game where you could, if you got a kid running by, you might haul off and kick it. If it was that type of game,
Yeah, no, that would never happen.
I know, not with your kid, but if it's somebody else's, you might. It's that type of game. No.
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. I probably wouldn't kick a child.
Yeah.
A person might, but not
Right.
me. And you said you.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you're saying you, like
Yeah.
people,
General-
I'll agree with that. But
generic.
if you're saying you to me, then I'll disagree.
Okay. Fair enough.
I've
yeah.
never had the child kicking.
Right. But it was the type of game that could make you frustrated enough to kick something.
Yeah. It was scary.
The first quarter was insane, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. It was scary and leads me to believe that we have the best defense in the league.
I would concur with that. I would completely concur with that.
The fact that Josh Norman was signed how many days prior to this game and started at cornerback, and this defense still played the way it did,
Yeah.
is fucking he's on. Oh, what the hell's that on the screen?
Where?
Above Kern's head.
Oh. Steve Orzo. Do you know about this, Kern?
Guess you better let him
No
in.
clue.
Does anybody know about this?
Better let him in and find out.
I didn't do this.
Oh man.
I admitted him, but I can't see him. Do I have to...
You gotta change the view.
There's him. Wow, this is fucking weird. What are you here for?
To ruin your day.
He can't hear
You've
you.
been saying a lot of things I don't agree with.
He can't hear you, Steve. You can say anything you want right now until he gets
Can't hear me?
his headphones on. You can say anything you want.
Yeah. You got shit
He's a
on me,
fucking
Poppy.
douchebag.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Surprise!
Oh, what a fucking treat. It's my birthday next week,
up,
and I
Karen?
get Steve. Wow.
What up, Steve?
What is this, COVID fucking era? You can't even drive the 20 minutes across the state to come see us?
How you been?
Fucking great. What's up? What do you... I figure you need something. What do you need?
Need something.
We should have saved this surprise for a loss when he's really wound up, Steve.
You got me on a fucked up day. I might fucking break everything in this bitch. What's up, Steve?
Not much. Are we live?
Yes.
Of course. What the fuck you think
We
this
are.
is?
Oh yeah.
This is the fucking...
I wanted a live reaction from Joe when your name popped up on the screen.
Yeah, this is the gold-blooded podcast.
Well, what the hell was he doing up standing around doing bullshit?
Oh, you'll hear it live. I go, what the hell is that on the screen? And he had to get up and look at it.
I had to get up to let you in.
Steve
Well-
Warstow, I didn't do this.
He goes, what is this? Do you guys know about this?
Oh, I'm losing you.
He goes, what is this? You guys know about this?
You there, Steve? There he is. He's still there.
Know about what?
I didn't know
you
about
coming
you.
in.
Yeah.
You got us?
My connection's good. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I got you. You got
Well, I got you.
Yeah.
Little choppy, is it up? Oh, hold on.
I'm gonna shut some Wi-Fi's off. It'll probably clear it up.
Yeah, hang on a second. I just got mine off too. I forgot about that. We have a little Wi-Fi overload here. Sometimes we got to shut down.
That's a good pose, that frozen face, though. He looks good.
Yeah. You should screenshot that and send it to his wife. Hang on. Stand by, everyone. Curran, are you there? You're there, no problem.
I'm here.
Steve, this makes me believe it's you, because Curran's here like fucking smooth like baby bottom.
I love that.
He's
frozen
back.
on that.
He's got to get readmitted. Stand by.
Hold on.
Stand by.
That was pretty good, though.
That might be better. We shut off some Wi-Fi stuff over here.
All right.
All right. Are you there? Is everyone here? Steve, are you there?
I'm here. Did you already talk about the injuries?
Of
Yes.
course.
Oh.
Fuck, I missed it.
I did think about sending you the list so that you could do it on your guest spot.
Yeah?
All right. Well,
I think it would have taken the whole episode.
glad. Well, for those of you scoring at home or those of you completely new listeners to the show, I'm sure there's none of you. Steve was the original brainchild behind the Gold Blooded podcast. He created it. He reached out to Rob and originally had asked Rob to do it. And then Rob said, no, that's not my cup of tea. And then put Steve and I in contact. And the rest is history. If you'd like a deeper history lesson, contact Matterson and he will dial up the history of the Gold Blooded podcast for you in a 12-part series, I'm sure.
You guys think that Chris hacked into our system and shut us down since he's not invited?
Ooh, maybe. Is he in the
100%.
background there, Steve?
That's honestly a pretty good take.
Is he holding your babies?
No, he's not very good with babies.
No.
You think he's awake to even hack into our system? I doubt it.
Oh, he's definitely awake.
Nah, he
If-
wasn't. He
if
wasn't
we were
awake
recording,
when-
he
yeah,
wasn't.
If he was
Yeah.
here, he wouldn't be. All right, so we were just talking about did you watch the game live, Steven?
I watched it live, yes.
Okay. We were talking about what a bizarre and weird game it was. Rob was saying how we feel the 49ers likely have the best defense in the league based on, the comings and goings of the last 2 weeks. I think it's safe to say that defense will be put to a test this week, right?
I was saying if Josh Norman's our starting cornerback on 10 days notice,
8.
and the defense can shut down that goal line stand, come back from a 91-yard reception to shut down a goal line stand, what defense is doing that? I can't picture another defense in the league doing that.
Yeah, I think that they're definitely a top fringe top 5, but definitely top 10 unit right now, and I don't even think they played
It makes me
ball yet. And that's weird to say because there's been so many injuries.
It makes me even more sad that Verrett's
Can you
hurt.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're a little
Yeah.
choppy, but
Yeah,
you're all right.
I definitely don't think that they've hit their stride yet. I think that there's still better to come.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in the run game. I know the numbers. I think the numbers have looked better than I think the run game is. I think a dominant running team might be able, especially the first 2 weeks, might have been able to do a number on us. But I don't know if that's because they're laying off to help the secondary or what the situation is. But
And that's with neither of our starting corners. That's with Josh Norman and a rookie.
right, yeah. I think there's definitely something to be said for him, for the rookie. Frozen again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Steve's connection because Curran is like a baby. He's so smooth. Like a
Oh,
baby.
he's back.
Okay.
Maybe, could you hear us that whole time?
It cut out on me. I don't know if it's my connection, but sorry. I'm sure this is probably great podcasting right now.
Well, it's about par for course
Yes.
for us, Steve.
It's no better. It's no better or worse than what we normally put out.
Yeah, come on. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
You hear the product. Yeah.
I think Javon Kinlaw playing is a serious big deal.
I
Him
agree.
Plug in the middle of the
I think
Middle
that,
of that line.
definitely changed the run game defense for us, no question. And how about that blocking a field goal, Mr. Kinlaw? It was
Yeah.
cool. I got to watch a game with a guy whose last name was Kinlaw, so I don't know. That made me happy.
Although the fact that they almost got a first down on it is fucking...
that
tells me that rule needs to be changed.
That was scary.
If you can block a field goal and the other team can get a first down, something's wrong with the rules. Like there should be...
Did you see them show Shanahan's reaction to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you see them catch the ball and go, oh, fuck.
Yeah, oh, fuck. It was a very clear oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And thank God somebody ran him down. I forget who ran him down, but...
Yeah. So one thing I want to say, we're over here sucking the defense off, and I know you could take a lot of shots at the offense, especially with their first quarter. They started the game with 3 3-and-outs. You know, that's absolute cause for concern. But the defense comes down, makes the huge stop, the goal line stand, right? Then for the offense to turn around and run that bitch back 94 yards the other way, score a fucking touchdown with limited time, that shows a balanced football attack to me. And then to come out, defense stops them in the third quarter. To start the third quarter, they respond with another 7.
I think that touchdown at the end of the first half was bigger for the defense than the offense.
Oh, for sure.
Because the reward for stopping them is 7 points. It's like...
Well, that's a 14-point swing,
absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So.
And that was all Tart running him down.
Yeah.
I mean, Lenore wasn't catching him.
No. Back to Lenore. Steve, you love Lenore?
Yeah, he's playing really good.
Yeah.
And as far as the offense goes, I think there's something to be said for A, who they played, and B, the environment that they played in, and C, it being back-to-back road games.
Right.
And that kind of game, I mean, the Philly front four has been dominant for at least the last 5 years with Fletcher Cox, and I don't think that they really get recognized enough because I think they kind of get beat up a little bit on teams in their own division that know them better. So, like, when the Giants beat the Eagles, you go, oh, well, the Eagles aren't that good. But, I mean, I beg to differ. I think that the Eagles are a respectable team, and especially when they're playing at home.
Yeah, that quarterback impressed me, to be honest with you, especially towards the end. Those couple drives at the end from that kid, I was like, look at this fucking guy. It's like a baby Kyler Murray, a baby Murray.
That defense also is a new defense for us. The only tape we have on them was from week 1, and they played us completely different than they played week 1. That when we played them last year, Schwartz was their defensive coordinator, and they got a new DC, and it's a completely different front.
Gotcha.
And I think I heard Joe Staley talking about they did something completely different to fuck with the run where they lined up offset from us instead of dead on with guys. It was like a whole different thing we've never seen before.
Huh.
And it took our offensive line some rounds to get caught up to it and figure it out.
Yeah, well, clearly based on those first 3 series, you know what I mean? But yeah, I
also think our offensive line, I also think our offensive line is a lot more finesse and less power. And I think that they could get pushed around by some of these teams that are wheeling out guys like Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. We could get pushed around by guys like that.
Like our D-line. Our D-line.
Yeah, that's something. That's something to be to definitely look at as we face other teams that are going to be similar to that down the road. And whatnot. You got to keep them off balance with a lot of screenplays. And a lot of people are saying that Shanahan was calling screenplays because he was putting training wheels on Jimmy Garoppolo. That's complete and total bullshit.
No, that's how you beat that defense.
Yeah. That's how you tire out a defensive line.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, no, they took, I mean, maybe not this game, but the week 1, they took plenty of shots down. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, they weren't throwing 40-yard Hail Marys, but they were taking intermediate, Jimmy had 3 intermediate balls at it. They took their shots where the shots are available. He's not fucking stupid.
My favorite thing that this offense did and that Kyle Shanahan did this week was leave Jimmy Garoppolo in the fucking game and let him figure it the fuck out. Because the last thing that this fucking team needed was Trey Lance to come in at any point in that first half.
Yeah.
We'd be in a fucking shit show for the rest of the year.
Did any of you...
You cut out there.
Come in?
You got to come back. Come back with that. You cut out.
Did any of you guys have a moment? You got me?
Yeah.
No, I never had a moment I wanted him.
Yeah, I didn't, not in this game. No, I didn't want him in this game. I felt like this game, when I heard the way the crowd was through my TV, I said, this is not the place for Trey Lance to be in a game. That crowd was fucking aggressive.
And it was close. If we were down by 30.
Right, yeah, or up by 30, maybe.
Yeah.
But not with the way this game, not with the way the score was.
It never felt out of hand, and it never felt like a less veteran guy is going to do better.
Right. When I heard that crowd, did you say to yourself, "Oh, I'd definitely be in jail"? Because that's what I was saying to myself. I was like, "I'm so glad we made that decision."
Steve, I don't know if you listened last week, but I was screaming from the mountaintops that I didn't like Trey Lance being in there last week.
You didn't like it.
They all felt forced to me, and the touchdown, I thought Jimmy would have thrown that touchdown.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it just felt totally forced to me.
I think that Shanahan kind of came away from that, and he rewatched it, and he probably came away with the same conclusion that we all did, that it felt a little forced.
Yeah.
So, two stats.
And, the funny thing is, knowing Kyle Shanahan, Green Bay will come to town, and Trey Lance will start the first drive.
Yeah.
Play 20 plays,
Two stats I want to make note of, both offensive related. Deebo Samuel leading the NFL in receiving yards after 2 games. That's weird to have a receiver.
He is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's second? It's got to be Cooper Kupp.
No.
No, it's I think a Bucks receiver.
He almost got 100 this week, and he had almost 200 last week.
Right,
so.
he had 93 this week, I think, or 89, something like
I know him and Kupp lead the league in percentage targeted, like on a team. They're 1 and 2.
Okay.
Like they're the guy that we're throwing to.
Does anybody have any idea why George Kittle isn't really involved in this passing game yet?
Yes, I do. I have an idea, because if you saw on that touchdown, he was being covered by like 3 guys, and they left the fucking rookie wide the fuck open. That's
Juan Jennings.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm from analysts that know way more than me, is that every team is going, they're not beating us with Kittle.
Yeah.
And I mean that play was a prime example.
Well, the best part is Debo is going to make it so that they have to block him, and then Kittle, they can't do both. So
right. And hey, Juwan Jennings, he could score 12 touchdowns. Yeah. That's fine.
Wait till Ayuk hits his stride and figures it out.
Yeah. Curran, did you get who is number 2 in receiving yards?
Yes. So the top 3 are all NFC West. It goes Debo, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp, and then Tyreek Hill. So
wow.
There you go.
Top 3.
The other stat I want to talk about is Jimmy Garoppolo's how you say it, like quarterback sneak 100. He's like 11 for 11 on getting the first down when doing a quarterback sneak.
What I don't like is Shanahan talking about how good he is
right.
at it. I'm like, yeah, we saw it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I guess everybody else can see the tape.
Yeah, they all. I mean, if the defense didn't see that, the best part is that's great, because if they do see that coming eventually, he'll pull a fast one.
Oh, yeah, and then they're going to get took. Yeah,
I love that they felt. I love that Philly felt that.
Saw every single one of them.
Yeah, no shot to stop it.
And they couldn't stop it.
No,
couldn't stop it.
I love that they thought the Philly special was the way to go on the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild, huh?
I love that it had no chance.
That's
all K'Wan Williams.
And you got to give props to the players for being aware of that.
Well, you know what they said? Yeah. What they were saying was somebody asked them, like, did they practice for that? Did they prepare for that? And I think it was Bosa or somebody said, absolutely not. They just did their job. And the job, what happens there is people forget about the quarterback because he sneaks out. But K'Wan covered him because he saw a man coming out and covered him like he's supposed to.
Yep.
We gotta mention him. We haven't mentioned him. We're doing this episode kind of all over the place, but Nick Bosa coming home with 2 sacks. He's got 3 on the year now. Definitely, hopefully.
According to PFF, the left tackle gave up 0 sacks.
Yeah. It was great.
I don't know where PFF's getting what game they're watching, but I saw Nick Bosa get 2 sacks on him.
I got to be honest, there was a third I thought he had, but they didn't credit him with. But what do I know?
And one of his ones this week was just like the one last week, where he just bull rushed and pushed the guy directly straight all the way back to the quarterback. So I don't know how that's not giving up a sack.
Yeah,
it wasn't even like he ran around him. He like pushed him all the way to the quarterback.
Bosa was on the radio the other day, and he said that he's becoming a lot better with saving some of his moves and not showing everything he does too early, so he can set shit up for later in the game.
How scary
and I think
is that?
that's what he did. He got his first sack, I think, in the second quarter, and then he got a second sack in like the third or fourth quarter.
How scary is that he's finding ways to be better?
Oh, and he also had a tackle for a loss. So, his fucking dick just grows by the fucking day.
Also, if anybody has a problem with Eric Armstead being on this team, I got a problem with them, because that dude wrecks every play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just completely wrecks the offensive line. He might not get the sack, he might not the tackle, but he fucks the play up.
And remember when they drafted him, they said he's going to be a slow build, and we were like, after like the third year, it was like, oh, how slow. Here
and
it is.
then it just kind of happened.
Here
yeah.
it is.
Well, even it started like 2 years ago.
Well, it started when they moved him inside where he belongs.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, they were trying to rush him from the edge, and that's not where he belongs. When they put him and Kinlaw in the middle on those third down plays with Ford and Bosa on the outside, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Yeah, that's where it's at.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, that's the hot shit. Ooh, you, it's the time of the week for the beast of the week. Stick it in me. Stick it in me.
How much did you miss that, Steve?
I don't miss it because I hear it every week. I still listen.
It's nice to know you're still listening. All right, well, since you're here, you're the big fucking guest. You're the big surprise. Who's your fucking offensive beast of the week, Twat Liquor?
Offensive beast of the week? Oof. Man, I'm probably going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo for having a rough start and being able to work through that and being able to win just a dirty slugfest of the game. And then in the way that he won, that throw to Debo over the middle between the two defenders, that might have been the best throw of his career. And I think that the fact that he was able to build through that and work through that with the heat over on the bench holding the clipboard and everybody leaving him for dead in the offseason to have a bad start and be able to work through it, I'm giving it to him.
Well, I got to say, Steve, you're here. It surprised me. I hate you. But I do have to agree that Jimmy G is the offensive beast of the week. He contributed for both touchdowns. He was on the field for every offensive snap. I mean, I know he didn't have, 300 yards this game, but 22 for 30, that ain't fucking bad. Again, those first three drives, his miss, high. They were all high on those first couple drives.
Let's not forget all those fucking quarterback sneaks, too.
Right. Oh,
those were all critical. One was a fourth down.
Carries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a fourth down and 2/3 that he rushed.
Absolutely. No, and
a touchdown, right?
He had a touchdown. Yeah, he had a rushing and a throwing. So, he finds the rookie. I mean, on that touchdown, you got to think as a quarterback, where the fuck is George Kittle in a red zone touchdown situation? You know what I mean? But he looks away to the wide open guy. If he missed that guy, we'd all be sitting here killing that motherfucker right now.
I don't know if you've noticed too, but he's doing a lot more looking safeties off this year than I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, he's a different quarterback this year. I mean, through two games, as far as I could see, he's a different quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo of years past might not have won this game. He may have had a run at the end, you know what I mean? But this game, yeah, I give it to him. Rob,
I am gonna agree. I don't think it would be possible for me to give it to someone else. I would like to mention that I'm super bummed that Hasty's going to miss a few weeks because I feel like we were just about to see a breakout from him.
Yeah, look at those numbers to start.
I feel like we were going to see, like, when Mostert came out of his shell, I feel like that was on the verge.
Yeah.
I know Hasty struggles in pass protection. That's why he's not the starter.
Ooh.
That's why Elijah Mitchell's the starter. He does better with pass pro. But 5 carries for 38 yards and 4 receptions for 21. He was showing that he could do everything.
Yeah, he's moving.
What do you got, Steve?
Oh, Chris.
No, Steve wanted to.
Oh, John.
Hey, sorry. Before we leave Hasty, did he get the high ankle sprain on the play where the football fumbled out of bounds and the defender just shoved him to the ground for no reason?
Oh, I don't know, but I hope not. I mean, I hope he did so that we could yell about it.
I want to know if that was where he got hurt because I don't remember seeing him again after that.
Oh, good point.
Because that should be a fine. That was bullshit.
Was that the one that got flagged? One of them got flagged, right?
It was that.
Yeah, he got flagged on that.
I don't know if it was.
Yeah, it was a penalty.
Yeah. Total bullshit.
All right, Kern, you're up.
So I'm gonna have to give it to Kittle because I feel like where this was a game of inches, I feel like you could have made a whole highlight reel of his run blocking, and for every single inch that we got, I feel like he was on it. And then even the touchdown pass, him pulling 2 defenders away and allowing Quan Jennings to just disappear in the back of the end zone. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you can go with Garoppolo, but I think Kittle was so much of a key piece on the run game and even a piece in the pass game without catching. So
and the times he did touch the ball, he made them work.
Yeah.
He's Kittle. I mean,
Yeah.
All right. Now on the other.
Did you all see the pancake where he roared after he pancaked the guy?
yes. It reminds me of when he flattened the guy in Arizona
In the end
and
zone?
just did the like Joker laugh after.
The one where he was like laying on his back laughing at him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Defensive side of the ball. Somebody else go first.
Go ahead, Kern.
I'll let Steve go first because I don't have anyone picked just yet. Oh, maybe not.
Steve's frozen. So I'm going to just go first. I'm giving it to the big white guy up front, Nick Bosa. I think, Jetski Pop-Tart, he probably saved the game on that tackle. Fred Warner was just fucking solid and consistent. Definitely played sideline to sideline. But I'm a Nick Bosa mark, and 3 tackles, 2 sacks, and a tackle for loss. You give me 2 sacks. For me, it'll be hard to pick somebody else.
Kern, you ready? It looks like Steve's froze. Oh, Steve's back.
Steve's back.
I'm back.
You go ahead. Go ahead while we got you.
I cut out when Curran. I don't know, for some reason when Curran talks, it.
Steve is fucked.
I'll go. This is an easy one for me for a couple of reasons. Steve, I'm not sure if you can hear us. I'm going to go with Fred Warner for a couple of reasons. On that goal line stand, I saw him make a play in the end zone, and then the next play make a play in the backfield. He seemed like he was everywhere during that goal line stand. Fred was like flashing on the left, flashing on the right, making moves. Another reason Fred Warner is my defensive beast of the week is, I don't know if any of you know this, but we have a new dog at home who has officially been named Fred.
Yeah.
Yes.
We also received a package from NFL.com during the game. Listen to this. The 49ers are losing the game 3-0 and have not gotten a first down.
Yeah.
FedEx pulls up outside of my house and delivers me one throwback Fred Warner jersey.
Oh.
And the game takes a turn for the better, and we're up 7-3 within minutes of the jersey arriving at my doorstep.
Did you put it on?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, I have a superstition. I don't wear a jersey during the game.
Okay.
I did open it and lay it out nicely, so it was not boxed up, so it got some breathing room.
Let it breathe.
And we came back.
There you go.
So Fred Warner is my beast of the week for those reasons.
Whatever you got to do.
I do believe that Kwaski Tart might have been the person that saved this game many times, though.
Okay. Like I said, he definitely saved it on that one play.
And the blocked, I think what Steve was saying before is the blocked field goal. He's the one that tackled the guy before he got the first down.
Oh, okay. Right on. Steve, are you here? Are you capable?
I am here. I can hear you now.
Okay. Who you got?
All right, defensive beast of the week. I didn't hear Joe. I didn't hear Curran. I know Rob picked Fred Warner, and that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Fred Warner. He's the heart and soul of that defense, and I think that without his energy, just not even his play. I mean, his play speaks for itself, but I think just his energy is why the main reason we won this game.
Okay.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, he definitely played sideline to sideline. I gave it to Bosa.
Yeah.
Curran?
Yeah, definitely Freddie.
So I like to always go with kind of like an underdog, and I could definitely see Freddie being the guy. But I'm going to have to go with DJ Jones. I feel like he's always been a hidden gem. In this game, he had 4 solo tackles and a tackle for loss. And it seemed like every single time I was watching defensive line and he was in there, he would come up big with a run stop or just something. And I've always been impressed with him, so I'm going to give it to him. It could obviously either go to Bosa, Warner, anybody you really want to give it to. They did great. But I'm going to give it to DJ Jones. Give him some love.
Phenomenal.
The watching some of these mic'd ups, I get the feeling that Fred Warner is like the father of the defense too. he seems like the one that, like, when everybody's fucking around, he's like, yeah, okay, let's go play the football.
Oh, totally.
Like when they were fucking with him about the sandwich.
Yeah. He's like, I got no time for this.
Yeah, I got no time for this. It's not a sandwich.
What I kind of opened the show with, and what one statement I wanted to make about the overall just status of the team. You gotta, I think, to put they might not have been 2 blowout victories, right? And maybe the Lions came back on us a little bit, right? But the 49ers have went on the road to start the season. 2 games, right? Now, them being in the NFC this year, they have 9 away games this year, right? So they have more home games than they do away games at this point left in the season, and they're 2-0 to start. I know they don't play great at home, but on paper, that gives them a leg up as far as I'm concerned.
So there's 9 road games left.
No, 7 road games.
7 road games left.
8 home.
That means 3 division.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah. Tennessee,
and another NFC East. So who do we play?
Giants?
Nope.
No, we don't play New York.
No.
It's not Buffalo, or we would have talked about going to it.
Buffalo.
So it's got to be
Buffalo's
Dallas.
In the AFC. No, I don't. I think they only play the Eagles this year.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So
yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, did you see the Lions were beating Green Bay at halftime?
Right.
That team is going to fuck with people.
The Lions aren't.
They're not a good team. They're not going to be a playoff team, but they're going to fuck with some people.
Agreed. They're going to ruin somebody's day at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
I think. Yeah, they're going to.
You said Chicago, Kern?
Yep, Chicago, Cincinnati, and yeah.
Chicago, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, and then the 3 division.
Yeah, we're missing 1 there. But either way, it seems like
Houston.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Philly was the one.
Right. Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, it didn't seem like it was going to be the hard one, but
there it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, again,
who knows?
Nobody. I don't think any of us saw that crowd being that into it. Based on Philly the past few years. After
that's the first home game with crowd.
Right.
That's why it was so wild. And then Hurts playing the way he did week 1.
And then all those idiots went out and bought his jersey. Yeah. All right. Let me do the particulars here.
Sure. You want to say bye to Steve? You want to make him listen to that?
No, he's got to sit through this.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Steve, you got to sit through this for one more time at least. All right, listen, cunts. It's the motherfucking Gold Blooded Podcast. Check us out on the Instagram. You know where we're at. Gold Blooded Podcast. One word, no underscores. If Steve would have had his way, we would have had underscores in there. You know what we like to do? We like to get your fucking emails. So send those bitches in. goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. You heard? You could leave a voicemail, whatever you want. If you got some extra money, send it our way. I know we're supposed to be doing stuff. I had a fucked up week. I did not get to do any extracurricular podcast stuff. So fuck you. Quite frankly, life. I had some life this week. So there you go. I'm on it though. I bring the heat for you cucks. Patreon / Gold Blooded Podcast. Any of your ducats is appreciated. We also really appreciate the reviews. Whatever you listen, however you listen, get them in. 5-star, 1-star. If it's funny, you know the fucking deal. We have a sponsor. The sponsor is Lucky Rose Tattoo, Middlebury, Connecticut. You want to get a tattoo? As far as I'm concerned, you get on a fucking airplane, you come to Connecticut, Middlebury, motherfucker, Lucky Rose Tattoo. Big Cartel as well. You can get all sorts of fucking goodies over there. It's like bigcartel.com, fucking / the whole deal. You could find it. You're smart.
New stuff coming soon.
Yeah, new gear coming soon. But listen, we got real nice t-shirts coming. I talked to a nice Mexican lady. She's making us real nice fucking shirts. They're nice and soft, and they say cunt on them. So get fucking ready, friends.
Steve, would you wear a shirt that says cunt on it?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Respect.
It's a nice, soft red shirt. It's got a big white 49 on the back, and it says puppy cunt.
Anything on the front?
I like
GBP,
it.
Gold Blooded Podcast. And then the edited...
Do you make them in kid sizes?
No, I'm making the clean ones in children's sizes.
You should have made at least 2 for Just Joe's kids.
And Duffy's child's like an adult now. The clean ones are it says Gold Blooded Podcast on the front, the 49 on the back, and then it says Gold Blooded instead of puppy cunt.
Yep.
Yeah, it should have said puppy boot or maybe, but nobody would have fucking got it. All right, so that's the deal here, you motherfuckers. We all got a real treat. We got Steve's back from the dead. Yeah, he confirmed Chris isn't dead. So that's exciting.
If the podcast listeners haven't heard, we got to congratulate Steve. He's daddy again.
Yeah, congratulations, Steven. Daddy number 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, I referenced
thank
his
you.
multiple babies earlier. Curran, you want to leave us with any? You got anything before we go? We'll start with you. No, Bob.
Baby boy Kern, BBC.
BBC. That's our BBC. Bob, you want anything to
No, I'm
say?
good.
Steve, what do you want to wrap up with here?
He froze.
He froze again. So you know what? That's fucking perfect. Oh, here he is.
Wait.
Stuttering Steve.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah, look at that's the best freeze yet.
Oh, it's green. He's trying.
Are you there?
All right. You got me?
I could see
Yeah,
you.
I'm here.
Okay.
All right. So what I want to say is that I think that this is the difference between this team and the team 2 years ago is that the team 2 years ago was kind of happy-go-lucky, and things just worked out, but they also lost a stinker to Atlanta when they couldn't afford it, and I think that this team, I don't know if the 2019 would have been able to slugfest this Eagles team the way that this team can, because I think it's more of a veteran team now, and they've been through some shit. They've been through a really bad injury-riddled season, and they've also gotten playoff experience from 2 years ago. I think that this is going to be a team that can win in multiple ways, and when you can win in multiple ways, you have a chance to go, 13-4, 14-3, chance at the number 1 seed. And I think that they might do it a little bit quietly early on before people start to catch on to this team, because we're not scoring 40 points a game.
Steve, I didn't hear you. Did you say 17-0?
17-0. That's definitely going to happen.
Also, I would go as far as to say that the 2019 team might not have been able to stop the bleeding in that Detroit game at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
That got hairy.
Steve, did you know that this is the 300th episode?
No shit.
It is.
That's awesome.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Some of the numbering got a little funky back in the day with the guy doing the numbers. But
Yeah, we could be on seriously 3.
It could be off 3 or 4,
yeah. But no, 300. So we did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah. Right.
Here's to persevering through for no reason.
Yeah. For nothing. All right.
Here's to persevering and wasting our own time every week for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. This is what we do. All right, everybody.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, Steven. It was real nice seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. Curran, you're not going anywhere. Goodbye. We'll see all you cucks in a minute.